Namaste 14 in the Yogi Bear's house. The Yogi Bear is doing another video. It's starting to feel a little bit like Big Brother at the moment, isn't it? I've now been confined to this house, other than popping to the shops very briefly, for 14 days. Yes, it's been a little bit crazy, but we're all in the same boat. We're all in this situation together. So we're making the best out of it. Hence, here I am with another video for you. They're getting shorter. This one's going to be shorter again because this is just a really, really quick one. Quite a bit's happened in the last 24 hours, so just wanted to reach out and share a few bits and pieces with you. So, first thing, a few people actually have reached out to say that they really appreciate these videos, which is lovely. That's all I really want to do, and letting go of the expectations, but I can't say that it's not heartening when people get in touch and say, that's really helped me, or I agree, or whatever that might be. And I think what people are generally appreciating is the light. And that was the aim of these videos, to bring some light to people. There's an awful lot of stuff going on out there at the moment that's horrible and negative. So yes, bringing some light. So really pleased about that. A few people have said that they're struggling with anxiety at the moment. This is a few people who reached out on social media. I was on a call last night with my coaches, who did a bit of a group coaching session, so brought all their clients together. So I met some really great people, all of whom are doing the best they can in this situation, all of whom are struggling with different things. And I think this, even though we are collectively together in this situation, we're all having our own very personal experience. It's affecting us all in very, very different ways. So the whole notion of non-judgment, I think, is really, really important, because how I'm coping with the situation, how you're coping with the situation, how my husband's coping with the situation, how my friends are coping with the situation, even though it's the same situation, we're all experiencing in our own personal way. So I think just something to watch out for there is, if at any point you're trying to compare your situation, you're comparing apples and oranges. Actually, you're probably comparing coffee tables and space hoppers, because it's just so different for all of us at the moment. So as much as we're all in it together, I think it's just having some compassion and having some appreciation for the fact that everyone is having their own experience, and everyone will need different things. Everyone will have their up days and their down days at different times. So we've got to just be there to lean on each other when that happens, and be there to support each other. And again, this is why letting go of expectations is so important, because you might expect that you're doing okay and tomorrow's going to be a good day, and you wake up and you don't feel that way. You might have experienced your kids or your partner or your work colleagues have a great day yesterday, but all of a sudden today isn't so much. So let go of those expectations that when we have a bad day, that's it, now we're stuck, or when we have a good day, that's it, we're sorted. Just take each day as it comes, and let it be what it is, and sit with it, and sit with people in it as well, because trying to drag people out of it, or trying to solve people's problems, or trying to fix it for people, or trying to challenge people when they're sat in wherever they're sat, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. All people need is for someone to just sit with them in that for a minute, and then they'll move themselves on. So just a little tip for you there about how we're all getting on at the moment. I was thinking of how we avoid some of the stuff that potentially causes us anxiety, and how we avoid some of the darkness as well, because again, a few people have said they're struggling with the darkness that's out there, the scaremongering, the sort of the backlash, the people that are calling for uprisings and actions, and just slagging everything and everyone off at the moment. It's causing them more anxiety. So a couple of things that I would recommend at the moment, just a couple of quick things. The first thing is, I would recommend that you unfollow on social media anyone or anything or any page or any business that is posting stuff that is causing you anxiety. Don't sit there saying, oh, I should be able to handle this, or this is ridiculous, I can't believe I'm letting the Facebook feed get to me. It's getting to you. Feel how you feel, and take some proactive action around that if you can. So I've unfollowed a few pages and a few people. For now, I haven't unfriended people. I'm not about falling out with people or anything like that. But actually, those pages, those businesses, those people aren't contributing anything positive to my life at the moment. So I've unfollowed them, and I'll choose to follow them again at some point when we're in a different time. But for now, anyone that is not contributing positively to my life and my experience of this whole situation right now is getting unfollowed. And actually what's been nice is my feed at the moment, my Facebook feed, my Twitter feed, my Instagram feed is just filled with positivity and really sort of upbeat memes, nice videos of people doing kind things, quizzes. I'm loving the quizzes, I'm loving the challenges. Anyone that's my friend will know. And it's just, yeah, it's great. It's really helpful. So my feed has become a much more positive, joyful, and genuinely connected place to be. So that's my first tip. Second one is follow some good ones. Get out there and have a look at what pages are people are following, that people are getting a lot from. Some of the ones that are really working for me at the moment are Power of Positivity, Gabby Bernstein. Always love my Gabby Bernstein. She always handles things really, really well. My coach's page, Now Is Your Time. They're putting some great inspirational stuff on every day and doing little videos and just really doing the best to keep people upbeat and empathise at this time. Brené Brown, anything yoga related. All the yoga websites at the moment are putting loads of great memes and positivity out there. Follow some Brené Brown's, the Deepak Chopra's, Oprah Winfrey's, really inspirational, sort of positive spiritual people. Go and have a little search and follow some of those feeds, because they're putting some really great positive stuff out there at the moment, and the commentary that's sort of happening on the back of some of those posts and pictures and videos is also really uplifting as well. So unfollow things that are causing you anxiety, follow some things that are going to bring some light and positivity to you. And the other thing I would say is visit those pages daily. Don't be a slave to the algorithm. Facebook puts in front of you what it wants to put in front of you based on its advertising revenues, based on how much people are paying. Don't be a slave to the algorithm. If you know you've followed some particular pages that are putting good stuff in front of you, visit those pages daily, because you might not see stuff that is being posted on there. So that would be my other tip for you. If there's pages out there, like mine, for example, I know that the algorithm strangles what I put out there because it wants me to pay for advertising. So if you're interested in what I'm doing, check the page a couple of times a day to see what new uploads have gone on there. Go back over previous posts if you can, or previous photographs, because you'll only ever see inspirational stuff on there from me. I have another page as well called Get Clear, which has been a bit of a chronicle of my journey through anxiety and kind of coming out of the darkness into the light. So again, there's some quite inspirational stuff on there too. So if you're interested, follow that page. That's not a business page or anything like that. It was just a blog, really, more than anything. But yeah, follow some good stuff and visit those pages so that you're not a slave to the algorithm. And the final thing, something that came out of the call that I had last night with the coaches. Quite a few people, particularly people who are working or perhaps run their own businesses or work in the private sector at the moment, are really struggling with what to do, because no one's buying anything, no one's biting, no one's selling. All businesses are kind of ground to a halt, and people who are used to being really busy and really sort of fast-paced and proactive are really, really struggling with it. And one of the best pieces of advice that we shared on the coaching call last night was, use this time to build your relationships. You know what? There really isn't anything else that we can do in a lot of situations at the moment but build our relationships with people, reach out to people, ask them how they're doing, ask them if they need anything, ask them if we can help. It's just such a joyful act to be reaching out to people and taking time that you might never have had before to really invest in those relationships, to invest in your clients, to invest in your customers, to invest in your partners, to invest in your family and your friends. Take that time to really, really build those relationships. Because, when all this is over, and it will be all over at some point, do you want to be the person that kind of disappeared during all this? Do you want to be the person that just brought fear and anxiety and darkness and scaremongering to people? Or do you want to be the person who brought light and joy to others? Do you want to be the person that really made a difference to somebody while all this is going on? Because I'll tell you what, when all that's over, that's what we'll remember. That's what we'll remember. We'll remember the people that let us down, because we always do. It's human nature. We always remember the bad stuff. but we'll also remember the good stuff. And for any of you that are running your own business, you know, be the one at the top of the list when everything picks up again. Be the one that's out there, top of the list, first for people to get in touch with, you know, because you've invested in that relationship, because you've cared for those people, because you've offered your support, because you've offered some freebies. I mean, like, you know, like this, for example, you know, I don't know what else I can do to help at the moment, so that's why I'm making these videos. This is stuff that I would normally charge people for, that I would coach, people would pay me for, to train stuff like this out. This is not about that. This is about sharing what I can share at this point, and we've all got gifts that we can share at the moment that will bring light to people, that will develop those relationships, that will invest in those relationships, that will build and strengthen those connections for the future. So if you're feeling lost and feeling like you don't know what to do, that would be my big recommendation to you, is work on your relationships, reach out, get in touch, invest, and you'll be stronger because of those connections and those relationships when all of this is over. So I pulled a card for us, and today I pulled the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Now, I gave a little bit of thought to what this could mean, and you know what? I really do think it means the moment we embrace and find the peace in this situation is the moment that things will really start to shift. I read something yesterday that cars on the road has gone up 10% in the last couple of days. We're still hearing the stories about people going out, people getting fined, people ignoring the sort of stay-at-home rules and everything like that. And I think these are people that are responding fearfully to the situation that we are in, that are responding from a space of resistance, from a space of fear. And actually that's what's going to keep this going. Something else I read, you know, someone said, when will people realise that ignoring social isolation will mean it will have to go on longer? And I think that's a really good point. The moment we accept and embrace where we are right now and just stop and be still and be peaceful and sit in our light and let go of everything else and just be where we are right now and let go of what's happened in the past and let go of what might happen in the future and just be where we are right now, that is when things will start to shift. That is when things will start to move. That's when the universe will be like, right, okay, you're ready now for us to start moving forward out of this. So embrace your peace, embrace where you are right now, be present, be still, be calm, look for the ways that you can give your gifts to other people and shine your light on other people, build your relationships, get rid of the negativity, unfollow anything that's causing you anxiety, follow some stuff that's going to give you some inspiration and some joy and some pleasure at this point, and stay safe and be strong. Again, as always, massive shout out to our key worker colleagues, the people out there on the front line supporting all of our public services, everything, our supermarket staff, people who are feeding us, people who are taking care of us. I shall be out again at 8 o'clock tonight with an even louder applause than last week, because the pressure's only mounting. So whatever you were doing last week, you know, it's even harder this week. So I urge everybody else to do the same. Let's get out there at 8 o'clock tonight and give our key workers a huge show of appreciation. Let's spread some noise and light up this world. So yeah, probably gone on long again, but you know, there we go. I'll get it short one of these days. So yeah, thanks for watching. Again, please get in touch. A few more people have said they want yoga and meditation, so I'm hoping by sort of early next week I'll be getting some yoga sessions scheduled in and sharing some meditations and some deep relaxations probably via a SoundCloud channel or something. So stay tuned. I'm going to get all that sorted this week. So namaste, stay safe, stay strong, and keep shining your light.